Today I'm going to be breaking down the hang clean exercise for you. This is a power exercise that's used within athletics, but also within the general population. And the whole goal of the exercise is to use your lower body to drive the bar upward in a fast and rapid, forceful, explosive movement. If you have never done the hang clean before, I highly recommend practicing the movements that we're going to go over on an empty barbell or on something lighter like a PVC pipe. Today what we're going to do is walk through the stance that you should have during the movement, the grip you should have, as well as how to engage your upper body, position 1, position 2, triple extension, the bar path within the movement, and the catch position. The stance and the grip of the movement are going to be the most simple concepts to nail down first. The first thing to remember with your stance is that you want your feet to be hip width, toes facing forward. When you move into your grip on the bar, a key thing to help you remember how to grip the bar, or the distance that your hand should be at, would be to grip the bar at about a thumb's distance away from the outside of your hips. The clean movement has a more narrow grip compared to the snatch exercise, which is going to have a much wider grip. So, thumbs width distance away from the outside of your hips, and make sure that your fingers and thumbs are wrapped completely around the bar. Once you're in your appropriate stance, feet hip width, toes pointing forward, you're going to pick the bar up, maintaining the same thumbs width distance away from your hips, fingers and thumbs wrapped completely around the bar. Once you pick the bar up, you need to engage your upper body. You can do this by pulling your shoulder blades back and down into your back pockets. This is going to engage your lats. Another cue would be to think of breaking the bar over your hips or pulling the tension out of the bar. What this is going to do is help you maintain a neutral spine through position 1 and position 2. Once you've got your upper body engaged, you're going to move into position 1, which is simply done by unlocking your knees. This is position 1. All you do is unlock your knees, butt drops down, still keeping the upper body engaged. From position 1, you're going to move into position 2, which is when you're going to hinge your hips backwards, lowering the bar down to just above your knee, still keeping the upper body engaged and maintaining a neutral spine from head to sacrum. So let's practice these two positions a couple of times. Reset, engage your upper body, drop into position 1 by unlocking your knees. Moving into position 2, hinging your hips back, stopping with the bar just above your knees. Reset, position 1, position 2. Reset, position 1, position 2. Reset, position 1, position 2. A key thing to remember when you reset would be to continue to keep the bar in contact with your thighs the entire time you move up. That's going to help maintain contact when you move into a triple extension and drive the bar up vertically. The next concept we're going to discuss is triple extension, and it is arguably the most common mistake I see when people do clean exercises. What triple extension is when you are extending your ankles, knees, and hips at the same time very rapidly, and that is what is going to generate the force to drive the bar up. Remember, with this exercise, all of the movement and the power comes from the lower body. Your upper body is simply there to guide the bar into position, not to pull the bar in any capacity. You want to use your lower body to drive it up. So, once you pick the bar up, you move into position 1, position 2. From here, you're going to extend rapidly your ankles, knees, and hips at the same time. And that's what's going to drive the bar vertically. Your arms are simply there to guide the bar and keep it close to your body rather than moving out from your torso. Position 2, triple extension, driving the bar up, extending the ankles, knees, and hips. So position 1, position 2, triple extension, bar comes up. What happens a lot of times is if people are not doing the triple extension, they're pulling the bar with their upper body, and you tend to get this result. and it becomes much more of an upper body movement than a power and leg drive movement. Now, as I had mentioned before when we were practicing position 1 and position 2, when you reset and bring the hips forward, you want to keep the bar in contact with your thighs the whole time. The point of that is because when you are triple extending, you also want to keep the bar in contact with your body. That keeps the bar path vertical as opposed to coming out and requiring your upper body to work to pull the bar back into place. So, if you are doing a clean, I highly recommend videotaping yourself from the side. That way you can see if the bar is maintaining contact with your legs and coming straight up vertically, or if the bar is dragging outward. Here's what the vertical bar path should look like. Position 1, position 2, into triple extension. Watch as the bar maintains contact with my legs and comes up vertically. One more time, position 1, position 2, triple extension, bar maintains contact with my legs and comes up vertically. Now, here's an example of how if you do not maintain contact with the bar, it can come outward, causing your upper body to need to pull the bar back into place. Position 1, position 2, triple extension, bar comes out, my upper body is having to pull that bar back into place. Again, do not let the bar travel outward, keep the bar path vertical. Position 1, position 2, maintain contact with your legs through triple extension so the bar comes vertically into place. The last part of the clean that we need to break down is the catch position. As you will have seen from my previous demonstrations, I am catching the bar with my elbows underneath, creating a shelf. This is important because you want to make sure that as the bar is coming upward and hits roughly chest height, that your elbows are quickly moving under the bar to catch it in the shelf that forms from our shoulder to our collarbone. What can happen is if you catch the bar with your elbows at your side, the weight is going to naturally travel forward and put strain on your low back to keep yourself standing upright. Another important thing when you're catching the bar is to land not only with your elbows under the bar, upper arm parallel to the floor, but in a mini squat stance so that you are absorbing the load within your hips and your knees and not catching it straight-legged. Here is an example for you. Position 1, position 2, triple extension into the catch. Notice how my elbows quickly come underneath the bar. And I catch in that mini squat position, reset, lower the bar, catching the bar in my hip crease to absorb that force. Reset, position 1, position 2, triple extension, catching the bar with my elbows parallel to the floor, absorbing in my hips, reset, drop the bar into my hips, reset. Position 1, position 2, catch, reset, drop the bar into the hips to absorb the force. Now, let's walk through all of those concepts one more time. Remember, stance, hip width, toes pointing forward. When you grip the bar, thumbs width away from the outside of your hips, thumbs and fingers wrapped completely around the bar. Upper body is engaged, lats are engaged, shoulder blades are pulled down and into our back pockets. Think of breaking the bar or pulling the tension out of the bar. From here, you move into position 1 by unlocking the knees. Position 2, hinge your hips back, maintaining a neutral spine, bar stops just above the knee. From here, we triple extend, ankles, knees, and hips. Arms guide the bar up vertically. We maintain contact with our thighs against the bar the entire time. Catching the bar with the elbows under and parallel to the floor, absorbing in my hips. One more time, putting it all together. And that is is the breakdown of the clean. Hope you found it helpful. Give this video a like and try it out for yourself.